I challenge Eric Rosen to solve this puzzle. Obviously, it looks very scary with a checkmate on G2, but white can save this game and there's only one way to do it. Pause to solve. The answer here is queen h8 check, king takes, rook a8 check, king moves back, rook sacrifices itself, king takes rook, and queen check, king moves out of the way, queen sacrifices itself, and in this position, white has no material almost, but guess what? The king can't move, all three pawns are blockaded, and it is stalemate. That is why Eric Rosen should have been able to find this. We'll see if he can solve it though. Now, I did make this a YouTube short, but so many people were commenting all sorts of variations, but I'm telling you, this is the only way that works. The other way that people were trying for is queen takes f3, but after e takes f3, mate is rethreatened. And yes, a lot of people are saying queen b1, check. And yeah, oh, after king g8, then yeah, there's going to be a mate in 4, and you basically just walk the king out and mate in the open board. But that doesn't have to happen. Like, black doesn't have to play this way. Instead of king g8, they can just play rook g6. And yeah, you can try and trade everything off. But black's going to be up a pawn, so they're still going to have chances. Or black can actually play queen f5 with the idea of playing rook b6 and swinging it over this way. If you try and block that, then rook d6, and black's going to try and get a battery while protecting this pawn and just try to checkmate on h1. So, it's still quite tricky and not too pleasant for white. And in the actual game, white did try and sacrifice on f3, and then they thought the same stalemate trick worked, but it does not work because after the queen sacrifices itself, the rook tries to sacrifice itself, king doesn't have to take. There are no more checks if you take this way. The queen moves back, and the king can move because the queen's not cutting off the f1 square, and then this is made on the next move. And here's one more variation. A lot of people were saying queen h8 check, and then after king g6, king doesn't have to take, but that's going to be made pretty quickly because queen b6, and yeah, it's not good. It's just completely getting hunted out. Rook has to block, and then queen e8 check, and yeah, you're just getting obliterated here and here. Another variation that people were suggesting was queen takes, king takes, and then here they don't sacrifice, they don't take the rook. So if you don't want to take the rook, black has to be so careful because they could get mated. After queen b6, they cannot try to run to f5 because otherwise this is going to be checkmate in a few moves, but either they move back and get mated very quickly, like this, king g6, and then queen f5. Nice little beautiful dovetail mate, favorite mating pattern right here. Or they could basically go to f7 or h5, but the idea is that white will just continue to sacrifice everything, and this is forced and it's stalemate again. And then if you go to f7, again, rook f8. If you take that, then it is going to be king d8, king f7, check, you move, check, you move, check, you move. Like, at some point you just have to take, and it's forced, and that's why white just continues to sacrifice until black finally has to take. So a super fun puzzle where white just gets to sacrifice all material. Some chess players might have trouble blundering away all their pieces, but in this case, giving away all your pieces is the perfect gambit. And if, by the way, if you want to get a shirt like this, then go to my Etsy store. And if you want more puzzles, then check out this video right over here.